Hello everyone, this is Impulse, and welcome to my tutorial for the Stockyard. This is a cow breeding system that I've designed, and it has a few advantages over some of the other ones out there. The first and main thing that I want to point out is that we have this water pool in the middle, kind of pushing all the cows and baby cows and adult cows both to the center. And the reason for that is because currently there is a bug in the game where basically living entities, doesn't matter what kind of living entity it is, if they are too close to a block, basically, when you log out of the game and you log back in, they will tend to kind of glitch through that block and end up everywhere. So what I did is I kind of mimicked the design that Tango Tech did with his infinite villager breeding system, and kind of used the same idea for breeding cows. So that's what we have here. Basically, you got an 8x8 with water in the corners, pushing them all to the center. And what happens is after you breed them, their hitboxes will kind of push them over, the adults anyway, over into this elevator. And right on cue, he goes through, gets burned by the lava, and the hoppers will collect. There we go. The steak and the leather. And I also put this piston in here, so if you want to shut it off and use something like a looting 3 sword to make even more loot, you can do that instead of having the lava burn them automatically. And then it's also cool that it's flush with the floor here for breeding. You don't have to climb up a ladder, you can just stand over them, and they're hopping around because there's water under their feet. And what will happen is the babies will kind of shoot out down at the bottom here. And you see that right there? Whoop. And you can see that they will grow up and then they'll get pushed into the cow elevator, I guess we'll call it, and they'll go up, and as adults only will then get slaughtered. So that won't take the babies up, only the adults. So now that I've explained kind of how it works, let me show you how to build it. Let me grab a couple blocks here. We'll grab some quartz, some glass. That should be good for now. We'll come over here. And you want to start off by doing 8x8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you get this squared off, just like so. Get some water for the corners. Just want to put one water source in each corner here. And then back here, place a block there and a block there. This is going to be where your elevator kind of goes up, so you can put a couple more just to kind of stub it out. And then you're going to want to put a case around this thing. And I do it in glass. You can do it in whatever blocks you want. I like the glass just because I like to be able to see in, see what's going on, see how many babies I got waiting to grow up, that kind of thing. So we'll do a couple layers of glass above that, just around the perimeter. Okay. And then once we have that, we can actually fill in the roof on it as well. Okay, and before we close it off, let's go ahead and build up the elevator that we're going to use. So what you want to do is build the column on the left up 11 blocks, and the one on the right up 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this one to 8, which we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be good. And then we want to come inside here, and we're going to need a sign and a ladder. Okay, and you want to place a couple ladders on the inside here, and then a sign up here. And we're going to put a sign on top of that sign. You got to get it just right on the edge there. You see it sticks out like that. And then what we're going to do is place alternating ladders all the way up. So one there, and then at a diagonal one up there. You kind of follow that pattern all the way up here. And then we'll go ahead and encase this elevator a little bit. Put glass up the side here. Again, you can use any block you want. It doesn't have to be glass. And then on the inside, you don't want to put glass at this level because you want the adults to be coming in. But you can cap it starting above your head level here. And we'll leave that open for now so we can get in. Go all the way up. A few more. Okay. And then once we do that, we can go inside and start putting in the water, and then you just put it in above each ladder there, like so. And then what you should have is something that looks like this. Okay, before we put in the incinerator, let's go ahead and put the flooring in. So what you want to do is on the right side tower here, go down 2 blocks, and from there you can just put in floor as you wish. You know, if you're building this thing underground, you obviously wouldn't have to do that. You'd actually be digging down. This works just as well. And what I did here was I left a hole right there, so 1 block over from that tower. And this is going to be where we actually do our breeding at. We'll come out 1 more here, and then go behind here, like so. Okay, so that gives us a nice platform to kind of stand on. Okay, so now let's go ahead and build the incinerator part. What we're going to want to do is come over here, 2 blocks out, build that up by 2, get ourselves a couple hoppers and chests. And we'll put our chest down to put the loot in. Hoppers facing into the back of that. And then on top of this 2-high pillar here, we're going to need a piston. This is optional. This is the cutoff to the lava if you want to have that feature to where you can use your looting sword or something to get some extra loot. Totally up to you. And we'll go ahead and just put a lever under it. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to want to kind of build up a case around it. So we can come in the back here, come up some, and over. And before we close it off, let's go ahead and put some signs in. So you're going to need 1 there, another 1 there. Build this back wall up, another block, and 1 there. Okay, and then finally we will finish the encasement here. So you just want to come across the front here and make sure that everything is enclosed so they can't get out. And see if we can update this water stream. So to do that, what you want to do is just remove the water source underneath here by putting a block there. That'll cause that to flow over, and then you just need to simply replace that water source. We'll come down the side and make sure that that's still there. And there you go. And then finally, let's go ahead and put our lava in right there. And you want it to flow down. And then we can cap this off finally. There we go. So that will take care of the elevator up and then incinerator. You can see that lava will get cut off and they won't get burned by that if you don't want them to. Okay, so now let's build the breeding cell. What you want to do is come underneath the floor, and then where you have that 1 block missing, we're going to build a tunnel, basically tube around it, and that's where the adults are going to be. And to hold them in, we're going to put a block here, so only adults fit inside there. Babies we want to come kind of sweeping out and fall through that block there. So we're going to put a case around that as well. And before we do that, let's go ahead and put a sign right there. Go ahead and finish the encasing. And then what we want to do is peek back into that corner there, place a water source, should push over, and then that should be perfect for our adults to be in. They'll stay inside there jumping up and down in that water, and then the babies will get pushed over and then down through that hole there. So just make sure they don't get out. Another block there. And we'll come over here and we'll put a couple cows in here, put 4 big ones and a couple babies. And let's go down, and you can see the babies came out just fine, and the adults are jumping around. And if we go breed them, there we go. Should see some babies coming out. As soon as the adults allow it to, there it goes, shooting out. And then all you got to do is continue to kind of fill this up with babies. They'll grow up, they'll get pushed into the elevator there, come on up, get incinerated, and their loot will fall in. And you can just repeat that process anytime you like. So pretty simple build. Not a lot of redstone involved, obviously. And also really solves the problem with the babies glitching out. You know, of course, if you fill this thing up like crazy and log out, log back in, you know, you still may see some escapees, but it's pretty rare. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope something you like and can build up in your world and will help you out. And if so, make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to me already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Be happy to have you. With that said, have a good one, everyone.